Hey guys, we are live. Okay, so this review is something I get asked a lot is regarding basically self-employed people that are looking for to take equity out of their home. There's really not any options that you can go to as far as credit unions or banks without providing full documentation, where your W-2s, 2 years tax returns, um, and everything is really archaic as far as lending when it comes to HELOCs and a lot of the personal loans. So this company we're reviewing today is called Figure. It's one of the only lenders, HELOC lenders, that will actually allow you to use. They use a blockchain technology that basically will verify your income, providing your bank logins and basically doing like a plat integration, seeing your income, and then making a decision. Usually within, it says right here, within a couple minutes, and then you could get funded as 5 days, as soon as 5 days. So most HELOC programs, you're usually in the 30 to 45 day range, where they're going through the whole process of you're going to application. It goes into a loan officer. They're asking for documentation. They follow up. Then they have to order an appraisal. Where Figure will, they're not the direct lender, but they're licensed in all these different states, and they partner with a number of different credit unions and investors, where they can basically automate the process based upon your income, even if you're self-employed, and then go and take a valuation based upon your home as well, and not need an appraisal. And then usually right away you'll get an answer, and then the follow-up process usually takes about 5 days after that. 5 days, at least 5 days, to get funded, which is the quickest turnaround time that I know of for a HELOC process. So it's a really good, cool product. I believe lenders will start to move this way in the near future. You guys can see this 100% online. You check here. One of the things that they will require, so their Figure pulls does a soft pull on Experian. So what they're looking for is a 640 credit score minimum on your, if it's your primary residence. You can also do investment or second home applications, but they're going to require a 680 to get a pre-qualification. So very quick process. They keep it pretty straightforward. They tell you up to 400 grand, and then they do everything online as far as online notary, no applications or no appraisals, and just a one-time application. Again, Experian pull, it's a soft pull, so it doesn't hurt you to go ahead and do the application. Next part of this, basically, this is just a review from Bankrate. But basically, they'll go from 15,000 to 400. Again, 640 to 680. 640 on personal, 680 for second or investment home. This is really, there's not many HELOCs that will even do investment or second homes. Almost every single lender will only focus on primary residence. So again, they're basically taking out they're allowing self-employed. They're asking you to upload integrations to your bank accounts and any money market accounts you have to verify your income, where they're not asking for tax stocks and that sort of thing. So they got a couple of benefits that most lenders do not have. And one other thing they do have is basically for providing all this, they have an origination fee at the time of up to 4.99. You can see right here of your initial draw. So that could be up to four grand. So if you're taking 100 grand, it'd be 4.9 up to 4.99. You guys understand the fees on that. And that's basically how they structure it. One of the things they also do is they're you can see also right here. I was going to get through it later, but their partnerships are with three different credit unions. So these three credit unions right here, well, actually, it is, yeah, three credit unions. They're using those, and basically, they're going to go ahead and add you as a member of one of those credit unions. You're basically going to be set up with a savings account, like a $5 deposit, and then they're going to be buying your loan So you're gonna be a member of that, and they use those different credit unions based upon geographic location and basically to fulfill their loan product. So they're doing all the processing, the loan origination, all the documentation. They're licensed in a bunch of different states, and these actual credit unions are buying the actual loan while they're fulfilling it. And here's some of the here's money.com just showing some of the best home equity loans. I'm surprised not more people, this is relatively new, but I'm surprised not more people are starting to know about Figure. It's probably the number one product as far as like self-employed, and the quickest to funding as far as a HELOC goes. So here's just some FAQs. Basically, you're mainly focused on single family, and here's the other types of homes that you can do. We did talk about where investment homes and primary residence and second homes are eligible. This tells you where your ownership could be. So figure lends to individuals or who are held in solely or jointly with others. They're in trust as well. So that's where the property needs to be. Property is the applicant's primary, secondary residence. For a secondary investment home, they right here, minimum 680. And so this just goes through some other questions as well. You guys will make sure it is just a soft pull, as you can see right here, soft inquiry. So it doesn't hurt you to try. Again, they're pulling Experian. All applicants must be employed, self-employed, retired. And here's the credit unions they work with. So basically, those guys are buying your loan, and then you're establishing membership with them in the background. And then just goes through different questions that go along with the process. And so here's what you guys want to see. This is very unusual. So how do you verify my income? This is we analyze inflow of your connected accounts of your stated income. So that could be like, let's say you have a Bank of America account, a Chase account, you have a money markets account, you have a stock account. You could integrate all those that'll let you online. And basically, like if you've worked with Plaid before, they will take all that, basically analyze your income, look at your daily deposits, and then basically they'll give you an amount. And Figure does all that in the background. And so what happens if my verified income is less? They're going to take. You can add multiple accounts on this, multiple bank accounts, personal and business, and any money markets or any of the accounts for investments as well. Where you can see right here, 401k, IRA, Roth, savings, brokerage, markets, and CD accounts. So they're going to take all that into play. So you come with your application, let's say 100,000 or whatever your income is. You're going to basically want to have all your accounts that are linked to that 100,000 connected to basically prove that that's in fact your income. And before you even get to that point, you are going to have to pre-qualify by a minimum 640 or 680 credit score, depending on primary or investment. And then Figure hasn't been around that long, but they started to partner with different mortgage lenders, and basically they're using their blockchain technology that Figure came out with, and they run on their own blockchain. Actually, the founder right here is one of the founders of SoFi, so you guys are probably familiar with SoFi. He's big into blockchain, and the technology they're using that's what's really expediting the process, and not the strenuous documents for the income where they're really streamlining everything. So if you're probably wondering if this is available in your states, this is where all the licenses are for the HELOC product, and you can go through here. They're pretty much in most states, where there's always going to be some that they're probably going to be getting in the future. But if you see your state on here, you can go ahead and apply. It is no hard pull, all soft pull, and basically you go through the process. Obviously, when you're going through this, some of these credit unions that are in the background, because Figure charges up 4.99 fee, those lenders in the background, um, that's basically how Figure's getting part of their of their revenue. So if you actually went to those individual credit unions, you're probably going to get that product for a cheaper, probably similar or cheaper rate, and not as high of obviously not as high as origination fees. So that's where Figure basically providing all that and streamlining the document process. Where if you're going over to that credit union to do the same product, they're probably still going to have a more strenuous document collection process and a longer process to actually fulfill the loans. So I always tell people to go, check it out to see if it's equivalent, or figure make it if you're in a self-employed um, situation where you can't provide, maybe you haven't filled out your tax docs, or you have a low income from your tax docs because of a lot of write-offs, then this might be a good option for you to streamline the process, take equity out in your house as a line of credit, and use that for personal or business expenses. Well, I hope this review was helpful, and that's it for today.